Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our urban homestead. Welcome back to the kitchen. So we had roasted chicken for dinner, and I am going to be turning this into stock, and I'm bringing you along with me. So yes, there is still meat on the carcass. The carcass is stuffed with onion and celery. I'm not going to add any carrots. What I'm simply going to do is I put the carcass in, filled it up with water, and this is going to go on low for overnight. I'll see you in the morning. So I also have some leftover gravy from tonight's dinner. I'm just pouring that right on in, right? Yes, I'm gonna scrape that into there. This is one of the most easiest ways to make your own chicken stock. It literally takes zero effort besides the pressure canning, which is very simple. So I'm going to scrape the rest of this in the pot or crock pot, and it's just gonna go overnight on low, and I'll see you in the morning. All right, so it's the next morning. This has been going for a very long time. Smells absolutely amazing in here. Look at that. So I got it shut off. I'm gonna grab my pot and a strainer. So now I'm using this kind of sieve. You can use whatever you want. Sometimes I use a cheesecloth inside of here also, but we're not doing that today. So I'm going to continue to get all of this rich, delicious broth into my pan. I'm going to be using my Presto digital canner because I only have 4 quarts of this delicious, rich stock. So when you plug it in, it'll give you 2 options, pressure can or water bath can. This does need to be pressure canned for 40 minutes. Now, if it had meat in the broth, you would need to do this for a full 90 minutes for quarts or 75 minutes for pints. I have the appropriate amount of water in here, and I've got some water in my jars just to keep them weighed down. So I'm gonna put the lid on, insert jars, we already did that, and then this is gonna warm up the jars so we can get them filled. All right, so it's beeped and it says to fill the jars. So I'm going to carefully remove these jars because they are hot. I will empty the water that's in them and meet you at the stove. All right, so now I'm gonna fill the jars with this liquid gold. Look at that gorgeous color. Gonna fill them up to 1 inch head space. Look at that, gorgeous. I'm gonna wipe the top of the rim very well a couple times. Lid and band. Ooh, fingertip tight. All right, jars are in. Again, look at that gorgeous color. So we've already filled the jars. I'm gonna lock it. Make sure that our little knob is set to vent. This is an older model. I got this when they very first came out a few years ago. Now the newer models have the little dial that's back here on the front. And then this is gonna heat, and I'll bring you back at the next step. So now it is at the vent stage, and it will vent out of here for the 10 minutes. So it's beeping and saying put the regulator on, and what you're gonna do is turn this to the can. And then this, oops, you gotta press that. And then this little lever right here, after a few minutes, will pop up. So now the lever has popped up and it will start the canning process. So now the canning process is over and I don't have to do anything. It's on its cool down mode. So now the vent on the canner has come down, and this is going to cool for an additional 10 minutes. Now that that cool down method is done, I'm going to just remove the lid, and I'm going to let this sit for an additional 5 minutes before I pull them out. Here they are out of the canner. Yes, they're cloudy. I don't put vinegar in my canner. I will let them sit for 24 hours, remove the rings, wash them, put them in the pantry. So I hope this video helped you in some kind of way. Making chicken stock does not have to be hard or very labor intensive, especially when you use a Crockpot and your Presto digital canner. As always, thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And until next time, my friends, abundance and blessings. Also, happy canning.